Hello everyone, my name is Therese D'Souza, Communications and Fund Development Supervisor here at CDRCP. Bienvenue and welcome to CDRCP's 2020-2021 Annual General Meeting. The past year has been like no other. The waves of the pandemic separated families, friends, and the community. However, virtual waves connected us more immensely than ever before. Our ability to ride the virtual wave kept us afloat in the midst of adversity. Please join me in welcoming Kathy Wallace, our president, as she shares a reflection on our past year.
Hello. Thank you for joining the CDRCP Annual General Meeting virtually for 2020-2021. My name is Kathy Wallace. I'm the chair of the board, and on behalf of the board, I would like to thank you for joining us. I'd like to send a shout out to all of the CDRCP staff for the excellent work that they've continued to do throughout these unprecedented times. And as you'll see, they've been busy. So thanks so much for joining, and I'll hand it back over.
Thank you, Kathy, for sharing. It truly has been a year like no other. But thanks to the dedication of our leaders and team, we've been innovative and adaptive throughout. Sarah Amar, our executive director, will share more on how we supported our clients and remained nimble to endure the challenges.
Bonjour, and welcome to CDRCP's 2020-2021 Virtual AGM Report. My name is Sarah Amar, and I'm the executive director. In our successful and long-standing history, this year has been truly unprecedented. Due to the spread of COVID-19, our resilience as an organization, as a staff team, as families, and as citizens has been tested. We've all had to adjust to new norms and demonstrate agility and nimbleness in all facets of our lives. Some of those changes included working from home while homeschooling, not being able to see our family and friends in person, adapting to remote work, learning, and connecting environments, or missing big milestones with each other throughout the year. Despite all of these challenges, we aim to continue to find unique ways to stay connected. At CDRCP, we've found new ways of working and supporting families and educators across Peel Region. As I reflect on some of our challenges and barriers, a number of new opportunities have emerged for CDRCP. In our strategic plan, CDRCP committed to creating and mobilizing a digital engagement strategy, which the pandemic certainly expedited. We were further compelled as an organization to be agile in our approach and continuously transform our services to meet community needs. We've achieved that without compromising the high quality that CDRCP is committed to. Our collective efforts resulted in families and educators having access to responsive virtual services at a time when they need them the most. As we look to the future, we're confident that we will come out of this challenging time a lot stronger as a team and as a community. I want to take this opportunity to thank the CDRCP board and our staff for their support, hard work, and dedication to move our mission and values in improving the lives of children and families across Peel.
Thanks for that, Sarah. Resilience was truly showcased throughout this past year. Let us explore each department and learn about their challenges and successes. Join me in welcoming Adam Ducker, Manager, and Supervisor Emily Dunleavy from InfoPeel and Service Pathways.
I'm Adam Ducker, Manager of InfoPeel and Service Pathways.
And I'm Emily Dunleavy, Supervisor of InfoPeel and Service Pathways.
The world at large had to adapt overnight to the new normal. Where we saw the greatest innovations in the past year was in seeing events that we previously put on hold flourishing as digital events. I'm talking about those that you just couldn't see working without being face to face. For example, respite meet and greets. We were able to successfully shift the format without losing the valuable opportunities for families to have a platform to network with respite providers and find a suitable match to care for their loved ones. CDRCP's reputation within the community has given us the opportunities to continue to be noticed and remain relevant, as we're invited to attend multiple virtual career fairs and university lectures. One key issue during the pandemic is helping support those most at risk of isolation. The InfoPeel team has made great strides in this regard. Of particular note is our work providing information sessions to newcomer centres, helping those families where English is not their primary language, and COVID has disproportionately made it more difficult for them to start their new life in Canada. In addition to this, we've been successful in offering family support groups to help caregivers feel empowered and connected to each other during this difficult time. There have been lots of benefits to moving into a virtual environment. Virtual sessions such as support groups, information sessions, webinars and funding sessions are now run online and help reduce the amount of commuting and childcare costs. This allows more time at home with family while still sharing the same quality and quantity of information. Some of these benefits mean we'll be looking at continuing virtual supports post-pandemic. These new ways of working allow us to be able to support clients in our community in a format that is more convenient for them, offered more frequently, and to provide a more targeted approach.
This year, our team worked continuously to evolve and remain responsive in meeting the unique needs of our community. For example, the InfoPeel team reorganized portfolios and developed a new process to better support families who do not meet the KPP eligibility. We now have an information and resource specialist assigned to a caseload of families requiring support outside of the KPP parameters. This not only provides these families with additional support in areas of special needs and mental health, but has also allowed for increased capacity with the KPP front door and Tier 1 goals, as well as networking and outreach opportunities. Through the reorganization within the staff portfolios, we were able to quickly recognize the sentiment families shared in feeling less supported, and thus we were able to launch family support groups for families in our respite program. These enhancements allowed for our team to work towards the agency's strategic goals and support a variety of needs within Peel in larger quantities. All of our supports and services are always implemented with the organizational strategic goals in mind. This year, our department utilized the virtual environment to deliver a variety of continued and new supports, customized to not only the strategic goals, but also the changing needs of the families we support. We provided timely access to responsive tools and resources through establishing a direct intake process with our partners, Arano Kids and Peel Crisis Capacity Network, to allow for greater responsiveness and continuity of supports for higher needs families or those in crisis. The COVID-19 pandemic undoubtedly affected our clients, but the InfoPeel team was able to immediately adapt to broaden and streamline information and enhance the diversity of topics offered through e-learning. This was done through 3 primary avenues. The first being through digital marketing. InfoPeel services were promoted across Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, reaching a total of 42,739 accounts across all 3 platforms in the month of December alone. In addition, our servers were migrated from third-party vendors to a hosting plan owned by CDRCP to allow for greater reliability and mobilization options for services provided via infopeel.ca. Through this enhancement, we also implemented new landing pages that host all of the Early On programs in the Peel region. This allows families to better navigate a central point of access for Early On programming in their area. Secondly, the InfoPeel team has converted all of our previously in-person workshops to virtual, allowing families to access the information from anywhere. Our virtual workshops included funding workshops, respite meet and greets, and support groups, targeted webinars, and information sessions. Finally, we established or strengthened partnerships to enhance the quality of information we are sharing. We collaborated with the Peel Catholic and public school boards to support families of any school-aged child, as well as newcomer agencies for families who are new to Canada or whose first language is that of one other than English. We also met with agencies that provide peer supports to ensure that resource consultants are up to date on information from InfoPeel and Kids Pathways Peel. Through these conversations, we discussed gaps in services and future deliverables. In addition, a variety of takeaways were developed, including a guide on virtual respite activities and pre-recorded webinars on activities in partnership with Infant and Child Development Services Peel.
Thank you, Adam and Emily, for sharing. It's truly amazing to see the families and service providers supported through InfoPeel, Kids Pathways Peel, SNP, and respite services, especially through those challenging times. Tennille, Manager, and Habiba, Supervisor in our Quality Initiatives Department, will now share their 2020-2021 accomplishments.
My name is Tennille Dollywall, and I'm the Manager of Quality Initiatives. The Quality Initiatives Department provides capacity building opportunities to the Peel Early Learning and Childcare community through professional learning, quality enhancement through Raising the Bar in Peel, as well as the Resource Lending Library. The past year has been one of many challenges, lessons learned, innovation, and above all else, success through resilience and unwavering determination from a strong team of dedicated professionals. CDRCP maintains a strong commitment to the community and holds steadfast even during the most adverse of times. Over the course of the pandemic, the Quality Initiatives Department took a nimble and strategic approach to shifting internal operations in order to meet the needs of the community. adaptations were made to our typical in-person service delivery models to more online virtual supports and resourcing. This came in many forms, including mobilizing virtual visits from a Quality Initiatives mentor, where programs could engage in strategic goal setting to address their ongoing and evolving needs. It also came in the form of dynamic, timely, and relevant professional learning opportunities. With the support of our community partners and ongoing community consults, we were able to determine system priorities such as health and safety, pedagogy, and leadership-related challenges, and customize supports in a truly intentional manner. These internal shifts to support the community came with research, evaluation, and a shared understanding amongst the team that the uncertainties and challenges, when leveraged, offered us opportunities to delve into new ways of learning, reflecting, and growing together as a sector. The last year has afforded us as a department with the ability to learn experientially and exponentially. With the challenges have come opportunities to deviate from our typical approaches and have afforded us the space to expose our community to new avenues and perspectives to quality enhancement and professional capacity building.
Hello, my name is Habiba Mahmood and I'm the Quality Initiatives Supervisor. Naturally, we had to evolve our practices internally to support the community and to ensure they were supported throughout the pandemic. One of the most significant changes we made to our operations was in regards to capacity building through professional learning. Initially, we shifted all professional learning to e-learning and provided meaningful virtual opportunities for the community to engage in. As a result, we anticipated we would see a significant decline in terms of engagement from the community. However, the data showed us that uptake was extremely healthy and the difference in registrants was less than 4%. We were thrilled to see that we served almost the same amount of clients through capacity building efforts despite the method of delivery being significantly different. One particular area of growth organizationally has been our ability to mobilize on the goals of CDRCP's strategic plan. As a department, we were able to utilize the virtual environment to develop and implement a digital engagement strategy. The Quality Initiatives team has worked diligently to increase CDRCP's online presence and supports. We were able to shift practices internally and broaden and diversify our e-learning opportunities for professionals in the early learning and childcare sector to come together to e-learn and network. We accomplished this through pre-recorded as well as live dynamic trainings, virtual program visits, and virtual communities of practice. The early learning and childcare community truly felt the impacts of the pandemic and with resilience rose to the occasion to support families in Peel. From a professional learning perspective, our clients' access to training was affected greatly. Professionals in our sector are accustomed to coming together and co-learning during in-person opportunities. CDRCP was able to adapt to the system needs, and with the shift in capacity building delivery methods, we were successful in conducting ongoing needs assessment and resourcing the community with reopening supports that aligned with their new realities. Whether it was one-on-one legal or HR clinics, outdoor programming supports, or health and safety related training, Peel childcare professionals had ongoing access to reliable, timely, and relevant supports. In terms of our quality enhancement initiative, Raising the Bar in Peel participants have typically been afforded opportunities for Quality Initiative mentors to visit programs and provide mentoring and supports around ongoing goal setting, learning, networking, and reflection. Virtual communities of practice afforded programs opportunities to co-learn and unpack challenges together to continue to be solution-focused in their leadership practices.
Thank you to Neil and Habiba. It's so great to see so many educators supported through these meaningful learning opportunities. As early on centers were forced to close their doors, our early years staff got creative and innovative with how they engaged families. Let's now hear from Noreen Hornsby, Senior Early Years Manager and Supervisor Mildred Frimpong, to hear how they overcame their challenges and achieved success.
Hi, I'm Noreen Hornsby. I'm the Early Years Manager for CDRCP.
I am Mildred Frimpong. I'm the Early On Supervisor for CDRCP.
This last year, the Early On team came together, adapting to a new way of thinking about how to engage and support families in response to the global pandemic. Our Early On team of RECs have been incredible in growing their skills, mobilizing online programming with the support of our peers in-house and the Region of Peel Early Years team by offering training and support. With such dedication and fortitude, the Early On team now facilitate virtual programs, lead conversations through Instagram live sessions on parenting and child development topics, videotape child activities for our social media, and collaborate through online platforms. Our programs were enhanced with the many partners who have joined the programs, with a special thanks to Melissa, an education resource consultant with EveryMind, who has been a part of our team from the beginning, leading many of our parent chats and joining our virtual programs as a resource to families and our team. CDRCP has strived to evolve our service delivery to offer programs and information that families needed and were interested in, as we reflected on feedback from families, partners, staff, polls, surveys, and program analysis. CDRCP recognizes that post-pandemic, engaging families through social media and offering virtual program is valuable. Providing choice allows families to access what programs are relevant and meaningful to them.
In line with one of CDRCP's strategic goals to remain responsive by providing access to timely information, high-quality programming, and learning opportunities, the Early On team came together to respond to the ever-changing climate during the COVID pandemic. We adapted to virtual programs in May 2020. Initially, we provided 4 different virtual program titles to now offering 20 different program titles. This fiscal year, we provided 1,446 virtual programs. We listened to families and grew our programs to include weekly parent chats, infant massage, sign language, arts and science programs, preschool time, and bedtime songs and story, just to name a few. Our virtual programming had over 9,554 visits. We collaborated with different partners, including EveryMind, CMHA, CAS, registered dietitians, to respond to the interests of families, as well as supporting their accesses to relevant resources and information. When we offered our outdoor and in-center programs, we adapted to enhanced safety protocols. During this time, our programs were at capacity. We added Saturday programs to 90% of our sites to allow more families to access our in-center programming. In addition to our virtual programs, we use a variety of social media platforms to share and engage in new ways, including our Growing Minds series, which are activity videos, Instagram live sessions around child development, and tips and resource posts. This year has posed many challenges. The Early On programs adapted to new ways where families could access timely and relevant information, and also connect with others, providing new opportunities for play, songs, stories, movement, socialization, and connecting.
Thank you, Noreen and Mildred. It's incredible how the virtual world supported our early years needs so effectively. We would like to thank all of you for watching, and we encourage you to take a look at our annual report on cdrcp.com. We're excited for the year ahead, and we look forward to seeing you soon.